In 2027, the politics, Mr. Speaker, if I may say it in a very simple English, the politics of 2027 is going to be impolitical and mompara, Mr. Speaker. It means the politics of 2027 is going to be very unique, and it is going to be a replica of 2022, Mr. Speaker. What we experienced in 2022 is what we are going to experience in 2027. Comrades, power! Comrades, power! Thank you. Bunge power! Bunge power! My name is Okay Doctor from Omabay County, and as you know, I'm on the side of those guys who are criticizing this government. But let me just start by something here. I saw something here yesterday, and I was very happy with that. Mr. Speaker, I saw Cabinet Secretary for Treasury here, and he said that no more increase of taxes on those guys who are on the civil servants. In fact, those guys who are earning through their pay slips, and that was very, very good. In fact, we are looking forward to checking the pay slips after finance bill. Mr. Speaker, allow me just to pilot and paddle you through this expository legato pregnation of reprobative rule. Mr. Speaker, I want just to give you a picture of what 2027 is going to look like. Mr. Speaker, 4 days ago, I was at home in Omabay, Mr. Speaker. Those guys in Omabay, they are not supporting this government, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, things vitu kwa ground sio vile munasema hapa, vitu kwa ground ni mbaya. Now, that is why I've come here to tell these guys the truth, what is taking place, and that is Omabay, that is Luonyaza. Things are very bad there, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, number 2, in 2027, the politics, Mr. Speaker, if I may say it in a very simple English, the politics of 2027 is going to be impolitical and mompara, Mr. Speaker. It means the politics of 2027 is going to be very unique, and it is going to be a replica of 2022, Mr. Speaker. What we experienced in 2022 is what we are going to experience in 2027. Comrades, power! Comrades, power! Comrades, let me tell you. Let me tell you. The person who is going to, the coach that we have now, and in fact I'm praying for him, that Ruto did us a favor. Ruto did us a favor by taking him out of the government. In fact, the coach that we have is Mr. Gachagua. If you see Mr. Gachagua, is working with 41% of the votes. 41% of the votes. It means the person that Mr. Gachagua is going to say, because I know he's not going to contest, Mr. Speaker, I'm praying that Mr. Gachagua doesn't contest, but to support someone. If he's going to support someone with 41%, Mr. Speaker, that person that is going to support is only going to need 10%. Then that person is going to be the president. Is he not going to be the president? No. So now, let me tell you. Nataka kuambia Gachagua because kuna vitu zingine zinaweza enda mbaya mbaya. Unajua power inaweza ingia kwa kichwa ya mtu na vitu ende mbaya mbaya. Kuna vitu inaweza enda mbaya mbaya. Niliona Kioni akisema akiendorse Matiang'i. Before that they were endorsing Kalonzo. Kwa hivyo kuna ujanja inaendelea hapo. Lazima tuangalie kuna ujanja inaendelea. Before that they were endorsing Kalonzo. Now they are endorsing who? They are endorsing Matiang'i. Next, I don't know whether they will endorse themselves. So now, because Ruto is telling us that he has formed a government, a broad-based government, we also need to have an alternative that is also broad-based opposition that is going to cater for each and every one of us, that is going to cater for a Luo like me, Dr. Kea, that is going to cater for Mukamba, that is going to cater for Muluya, that is going to cater for Kikuyu, that is going to cater for Somalia, that is going to cater for somebody in the coast. That is what we need. We need a broad-based opposition. We don't need this opposition just to come from Mlima peke yake, ikue kila mahali. And that is when we are going to ask our GNCs to also support it, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, finally, let me say to Mr. Ruto also. Mr. Ruto, no, I don't need information. You will talk here. Okay? Now, okay, I will. Information. Okay. Now, the problem that we have, the country now The country now, the state of the country now, the state of our economy, Mr. Speaker, is in a paradoxical quagmire, Mr. Speaker, now. Our university funding model, Mr. Speaker, I know it has been reverted. It was very expensive, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, they have introduced, instead of Linda Mama, wanalinda ng'ombe. That one should not be there, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the security in this country is bad, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there is abduction and killing everywhere, and this is cutting across all the tribes. Mr. Speaker, some 2 weeks ago, they kidnapped and killed Raymond Otieno somewhere in Nakuru, Mr. Speaker, and that one is a Luo. Mr. Speaker, there is Denzel Otieno, a Luo. Mr. Speaker, there is Muite is a Masai, Mr. Speaker. Wensley Mwangi, a Kikuyu, Mr. Speaker. So we are asking the government, this is not a way of governing people, Mr. Speaker. Government is supposed to protect our people. Government is supposed to protect our property. We need to feel that we are safe. Even when after doing your Jivanji here, you need to feel that you are safe. So that ukitembea ukienda nyumbani ukiangalia Subaru hivi unaona ni kama utabadaktiwa, Mr. Speaker. And that is very bad, Mr. Speaker. That is why we are asking the government, Mr. Speaker. Just 1 minute. We are asking the government. The government, please, utulinde. Thank you very much. Okay, Dr.